The internet is a home for everyone. It serves as a place where anyone, regardless of the demographic, can find something to do. Not only that, the web has also given many people a means for building their own business and doing what they love. And this is exactly what has happened with Adele McConnell-Cummins, who took her passion for vegetarian and vegan food to the internet. She has quickly become an internet success and was recently named the winner of the Vegan Woman 2012 Vegan Food Blogger Award. And Adele is joining us now by way of Skype to talk about her journey to online success. Thanks so much for joining us today, Adele.
Oh, thank you so much for having me this morning.
You're very welcome. Well, let's just start from the very beginning. When did you really begin blogging?
It was about a year ago, and all I started doing was just posting photos on a Tumblr account, and it was just photos of my food.
So at what point did you change that formatting to recipes and what it is now?
It was, people kept asking me, what's the recipe, where are the recipes for this? And I sat there and thought, well, I might as well start with a website. And I'd never built a website before. I had no idea what I was doing. So I simply started a Weebly website, which is really, really simple to use for someone like me. And I just started posting the recipes. I mean, the photos a year ago compared to now are completely different, and things have evolved and changed. But that's pretty much what happened. It was just the recipes and then sharing it with my friends and family.
So when did it actually become a business for you?
Probably, well, I was getting people ask me for cooking classes and people, wanting to sort of buy the products that I was using. And I don't so much sell the products as such. I recommend a lot of products, and the cooking classes go really, really well. And I've got the ebooks as well. So I've got a few ebooks that I've been working on that will be released, and they'll be quite successful. I have a good feeling about those.
Absolutely. Well, what are your goals then? Is it to educate others for your passion, or what really are you looking for here?
What I'm hoping to do is, yes, education, and to really take it as far as I possibly can. I've got, the YouTube channel's quite successful as well. I haven't, I'm definitely not as polished as, I don't have a studio or anything. I just have a little handheld camera. But I love it. I'd love to take it as far as I possibly could with books, with DVDs, cooking classes I will definitely continue with, and anything else that people are asking for, I will try to give.
Well, your passion is clearly food, and particularly vegetarian and vegan food. But do you believe that your success is due to this particular niche?
I think that my success lies in the fact that I don't preach on the website. I don't sit there and say, you shouldn't eat meat because of this, or, there's no distressing images. And I think a lot of people are scared away by websites like that. So I've tried to keep it as friendly as possible. I welcome absolutely everyone to my site, everyone to my Facebook page as well. Everyone's welcome to have an opinion, and that's fine. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so successful. There are so many vegan and vegetarian websites. There are so many gluten-free websites. So I think mine is a little bit different purely because of the fact that there's no preaching, and I've always held that policy.
Right. Well, you mentioned Facebook. So how big of a role has social media played in your business and your success?
Facebook has been massive. Facebook has been one of the biggest. I get the most hits out of Facebook than anywhere else. And I don't pay for advertising. I don't do anything along the lines of that. I simply just post the pictures, people share them. I've got a fantastic network of, my Vegie Heads who I absolutely adore, and they get the word out there for me. I take time with them. I will always write back to people where I can, and I get, hundreds of notifications and emails every day. So I try and, I spend time just writing back to people, letting them know that, yes, I am here. I'm a real person, and you can always connect with me. And you can always ask a question, and no question's a silly one. So I think that's such a big platform, and people really respond well to that.
Well, since it has really just blown up over the past several months, what challenges have you faced along the way, aside from the mass amounts of email and keeping up with content? What has really been the most challenging for you?
Probably that, but also probably dealing with criticism. And one of the things I've had to grow really quickly is a thick skin. And I will, back at the very start, I would get comments on my photos that were quite upsetting. Whereas now I can sit there and say, okay, well, that's your opinion, that's okay. So overcoming criticism is probably the most, has been the hardest thing for me. But any criticism, good criticism, it makes me work harder, and it makes my photos a lot better as well. I think it really pushes me to that next level.
Right. Well, what words of advice do you have for other people hoping to find a home for their business online?
Just keep at it. Don't be afraid to take that step. I still work full time as well. This is purely something I do on the side, but I'm hoping to take it to full time. But don't be afraid. Get out there. Spread the word, share it with people, and don't be afraid to ask questions and email other sites and other bloggers. And because you would be surprised how many of them would love to connect with you and to simply say, yes, let's share information, let's get on each other's websites and let's link up.
Absolutely. You mentioned your ebooks earlier, and I understand that you have a new one coming out very soon.
I do. So I've got the first one's about to be released. I've got the graphic designer putting the final touches on that. That's Vegan Essentials. And then the new one is Kitchen Mojo, and that will hopefully be out in the middle of the year. Well, so June, July. So that's going to be really, really exciting. I can't wait till they come out.
Great. And what else can we expect from you and Vegie Head going forward?
Hopefully big things. There has been a little bit of talk about TV appearances here in Australia, so that's really, really exciting. And hopefully one day a nice big coffee table cookbook that'll sit there on everyone's coffee table all around the world.
All right, great aspirations there. Thank you so much for talking with us, Adele, and for sharing your story.
Thank you so much, Abby. Thanks.
You're very welcome. And for more information on Adele and her work, visit vegiehead.com. I'm Abby Johnson reporting for WebPro News.